why can't you resist your ex? Disclaimer, majority of this content is me speaking from experience and backing it up with the current science we have about willpower. If you experience a breakup before, serious or not, it hurt you for sure, admit it. If you decided to start a new life after 3 years of spending it with supposedly the one, it probably hurt more. Racing thoughts, waves of frustration, disappointment, random cries, and holding back yourself from crying during meetings. I know. Hurt is inevitable. It's wishful thinking to hope that it doesn't hurt, because the truth is it does. It does hurt, so stop tricking yourself you're not hurting. But how you deal with hurt is what changes the game. Wouldn't it be nice to have the willpower to resist the urge to call him or her, and to resist drowning yourself to another round of drinks to escape the hurt? In this video, I will do my job on educating you the science on why it's so hard to muster willpower after a breakup. And of course, what hacks can you do to create more willpower?
Hi, Jonah of Primal Thinker here, and I want to have a little disclaimer here that I'm not a doctor of any sorts. I'm just a girl in the internet trying to connect the dots, sharing my own experiences with you. And if you're okay with that, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so I can share my Eureka moments with you.
Okay, so why can't you resist your ex? Willpower is all about making decisions. Have you ever heard of the phenomenon called decision fatigue? It's a psychological phenomenon stating that your quality of decisions is deteriorating one decision after another. Do you remember waking up being enthusiastic about not eating junk food or carbs for the day, only to find your pizza delivery at your doorstep in the afternoon? It has been proven time and time again that willpower is energy. And energy, as we know, is a finite source. The question is how your brain allocates this energy. Paul D. MacLean, MD, came up with this model to explain your brain in 3 parts. First, the red one is the reptilian brain. Every creature with vertebra has a reptilian brain. All animals, basically. This is in charge with keeping you alive, keeping us alive. All the complicated body regulation, homeostasis, building muscle, your reptilian brain covers these necessary processes without you having to think. The next one, the yellow one, is the limbic brain, also called as the mammalian brain. And it's also called mammalian brain serving the reptilian brain. Dave Asprey described this as our Labrador brain. Why? Because dogs are distracted all the time, right? Always finding the next thing to be distracted about and ways to ensure that you are alive. So to sum up the first 2 parts that we have discussed, the reptilian brain and the limbic brain, they are interested to keep you alive. That's their one and only goal in life. And they operate with these 3 F's in consideration. Number 1 is the fight or flight response. Of course, they don't want you to die, so if there's a threat, let's say a bear, a lion that is chasing you, you either have to flee or fight that lion. Well, in today's world, that could be your boss or your in-laws, right? The same response for that, which is fight or flight. Then the next F is feeding. So they don't want you to die, so you have the urge to eat so that you cannot die of starvation. And the next one is, I cannot say that in this video, but that F word is for procreation, because The two brains, limbic and reptilian brain, doesn't want your species to die. Okay, so these are the three F's they are operating on. Now the next one is the neocortex. This is what makes us humans stand out from all other animals. It's where our human brain really come in. We rationalize and weigh the pros and cons in this part of the brain. You are in charge. And you have guessed it, this is the part of the brain involved in creating willpower. Okay, so recap, we have three parts: reptilian, limbic, and the neocortex, your human brain. Now the question is, which part of your brain hogs the most energy? The answer is energy is allocated in this order. First, it allocates the energy on the reptilian brain, and then on the limbic brain, and then to your neocortex, which actually makes sense. Think about it. If we don't get the first two, reptilian and limbic brain, in the priority lane, you'll die, right? End of your story. Imagine this. You only have 1 unit of energy left, and you have to choose between these two. Choice number 1. Use the remaining 1 unit of energy to resist the urge to text your ex. But you will die because you only have 1 unit of energy. And then the second choice is to use that remaining 1 unit of energy to survive, meaning to use that for the reptilian and limbic brain. Of course, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't care if I appear as a clingy and needy and not able to move on ex, as long as I would have another day to live. At least on the next day, I can work to be a better human being and do my best to move on little by little, right? As I said earlier, decision fatigue is real. If you fail to inhibit unfavorable things in the past, do not fret. Did you know that this psychological phenomena is also evident with judges? One study shows that as the day progresses and judges make one decision after another, they become less and less favorable to the defendants. So don't worry, everybody experiences this. But the good news is there's a way around it. What's in it for you? Now you know these principles. Starting today, you'll feel like you'll have little to no excuse on why you flipped out on someone or called your ex for no apparent reason. Let's stop doing that and show yourself some love. You deserve someone better. Because I will share with you how to hack willpower, which I really hope will help you. Number 1 is decide in the morning. So hear me out on this. I cannot refer to science to back this up, but applying the core principle that we have learned, energy is a finite source, so you don't want to decide when you are low in battery. You begin each day refreshed, that is, if you have a good night's rest. So probably step number 1 is to have some quality sleep at night, to have your battery recharged waking up. So it makes sense to decide while your battery is not yet depleted. If you are a researcher watching this and you're interested, please do the honors of proving my theory. The next hack I'm going to share is to drown your reptilian and limbic brain with energy. This seems to be a no-brainer, right? Your neocortex, which is involved in decision making, also known as your willpower, comes last in the priority list. So that means it gets all the leftovers, right? So if you give your reptilian and limbic brain the energy they need, they will not rob your neocortex energy. So how do you do that? In my previous video, I talked about mitochondria. These are the powerhouse of your cells. They are your best friends in sickness and in health forever. They are the ones who construct energy for you. So to make more energy, take care of your mitochondria and give them all the love you can give and not to your ex who doesn't appreciate you anyway. So, kidding aside, you can refer back to that video. I'll put it somewhere here to hack your mitochondria. Now, I have some final words for you. This content is really close to my heart because I know the feeling of hating yourself after doing things you cannot take back. And you probably are in the same situation of asking, what's wrong with me? So you pick this content. I hope this kind of help you understand your biology is at play here. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It's not your thinking brain, it's all about your biology. And the good news is, if you take care of your own biology, you can influence your feelings, emotions, and how you show up to the world. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. I have just one request from you. Please do hit the like button and subscribe if you are enjoying my video.